You know, every once in a while in sports, a day comes along that just feels different. Like it changes everything. And on March 29th, 2026, Formula One had one of those days. We are talking about a win that was snatched from the absolute jaws of defeat, and a record that wasn't just broken, it was completely shattered, redrawing the entire landscape of the sport. So let's get into it. It all boils down to this one number, 19. Yeah, 19. That's not just an age, that's the age of the brand new and the youngest ever leader of the Formula One World Championship. In a sport that is just defined by absolute legends, this is a huge moment. And those are the words from the man of the hour himself, Kimi Antonelli. You can just feel the shock and the pure joy in that, right? Even he couldn't seem to believe what he just pulled off out there on the track. Okay, so let's make it official. What we're talking about is the Japanese Grand Prix at the legendary Suzuka circuit. This is where Kimi Antonelli didn't just win a race, he literally rewrote the Formula One history books. And when you look at what he did, the accomplishments just stack up. I mean, this wasn't some one-off fluke. This was his second victory in a row, coming just 2 weeks after his very first F1 win in China. Think about that. That incredible back-to-back performance is what launched the 19-year-old rookie into the lead of the World Championship, making him the youngest driver in the history of the sport to ever do it. But here's the craziest part of this whole story. This record-breaking, history-making win, it almost never happened. In fact, if you watched the first few seconds of the race, you'd think it was going to be a total disaster for Antonelli. And this, right here, shows you just how bad it was. He starts from pole position, right? The best seat in the house. But when those lights go out, oh man, he gets a shocking start. He just gets swamped by everyone behind him. By the time he even gets to the first corner, he is plummeted from first all the way down to sixth. And just look who blew past him. We're talking about a murderer's row of F1 talent here. McLaren's Oscar Piastri snatched the lead. You've got Ferrari's best, his own Mercedes teammate George Russell. At this point, you're thinking Antonelli's race is just about damage control, not chasing a victory. But you know, as he was fighting his way back, just trying to make up some ground, the entire race was about to be flipped completely on its head by one single moment of pure, unpredictable chaos. So picture the scene. The leaders are battling it out, strategies are playing out, and Antonelli is kind of stuck, trying to fight his way through the pack. It really feels like the race is slipping away from him. And then, bam! It happens. A big high-speed crash involving the Haas of Ollie Bearman, who was actually having a great race himself up to that point. A sudden, totally race-altering incident. And that means we get the three most important words in modern Formula One: safety car deployed. It's the great neutralizer. And, crucially, it opens up a window of pure, golden opportunity. So let's look at how this one stroke of luck completely flipped the script for the top drivers. It created this huge strategic puzzle where timing, down to the second, was absolutely everything. Okay, so this is it. This is the moment. Look at the difference for the two Mercedes teammates. George Russell, who was right there fighting for the lead, he pits just seconds before the safety car comes out. What awful, awful luck. He loses a ton of time. But Antonelli, he sees the call, he dives into the pits after it's deployed. And in one move, one unbelievable stroke of perfect timing, he leapfrogs everybody and comes out in the lead of the race. And from there, he was just gone. He absolutely nailed the restart, drove flawlessly to the finish line, and took that impossible victory. Following him home were Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc, who rounded out a really hard-fought podium. So an amazing race, no doubt. But the impact of this, well, it went way beyond just one Sunday at Suzuka. This result sent a massive shockwave right through the World Championship standings. This table says it all, doesn't it? Coming into the weekend, his highly rated teammate George Russell was leading the championship. But with this one win, Antonelli leapfrogs him. It's a direct swap at the very top. The 19-year-old rookie is now in charge of the title fight. And just to round out the picture, you can see where some of the other big names finished. Russell recovered to a pretty good fourth, but check this out. Four-time world champ Max Verstappen, a guy who has dominated for years, is all the way down in eighth. This wasn't just a win for Antonelli. This felt like a sign that the power might be shifting across the entire grid. So what you should really take away from this isn't just a story about a single lucky win. No, it's the story of a driver who stared disaster in the face, kept his cool, and then capitalized on his one chance with incredible skill. And it leaves us all with one massive question. With 2 wins in a row and now the championship lead, are we watching the very beginning of the next great Formula One dynasty?